That was the end, but you remember what he's done and what he's achieved, and he has redeemed himself without saying. That's without saying. He's lost all that weight, and I just think it caught up to him. And he's 34, remember, not 24.
Do you agree with what Ricky was saying then about he doesn't have it anymore? He's got to accept that. Did you feel that in the camp, or after seeing the fight?
He was. You can't. What's the word I'm looking for? You can do all the training, and he did, and he went through all the hard sparring, the runs. He looked fantastic. If you've seen him on the pads before, he was sharp as a razor. I mean, as a razor. But when he gets in the ring with small gloves on, and the atmosphere was electrifying. It was hot in there. You know, you could feel him aging. You could. I felt him aging. After that fourth round, it just seemed to just run out of steam. You could just see it coming. No. And the guy, Senchenko felt it. You could see it, and he was catching him with that right hand, and he was getting success, and he came into the fight again.
Because it was the punch, wasn't it? The one where Ricky knocked him back in the corner and he sort of waved him in, didn't he? And he walked straight in.
He walked onto it, and I don't think he ever recovered from it. His mentality, Ricky, is to go and hurt you. I've got hurt, I'm going to hurt you back. And the game plan went out the window straight away. He just wouldn't listen, and I thought, I looked at him in the 7th round going out, and I've looked at him again, but he was near the winning post. He was a couple of rounds in front. I don't think he was 4 rounds in front. He was a couple of rounds in front. He's a couple of rounds in front, and he would have pinched it. He'd have pinched it.
But then again, the knockdown could have got up, levelled it up. Probably.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I think he's come to the right decision. If he'd have won the fight and he got through it, I would have been the first to tell him to retire.
How hard was it for you in the corner with him? Because obviously it's an incredibly emotional night to begin with, and as you say, as it goes on, you can see that perhaps he's not listening anymore.
Yeah, he wasn't.
How hard is that for you as a trainer to?
It was very difficult. I think that was the crucial. Halfway through the fight, he was really doing well. He was missing, he was slipping, but then he got caught with that right, and then it just changed the aspect of the fight. His attitude changed. He was annoyed with himself, and he couldn't shove that off. And he just lost. I lost all eye contact, and I lost all control of him. Basically, he would listen, and I think I really shouted at him, and he said, "I am listening. I know what to do." But it just went. He just wanted to hurt the kid, and it was lunging in, not working the jab.
He was in his range. He was always in Senchenko's range.
He wouldn't work in the jabs, feinting, slipping, and he just throwing from here and missing and getting caught with the counter, and the writing was on the wall. And but that's Ricky Hatton. He's honest, and I think, in my opinion, he's made the right decision.
Before the fight, it was a very emotional night. You and Richard getting in the ring, he had the sort of look about you. He looked like he was up for it, Ricky, but the rest of everyone else had a bit of a nervous look about him. Did you feel that?
I think everyone was. I think no one could say anything else, because 3.5 years. You just don't know what's going to happen when it's a real deal now. We're talking not in the gym. This is the real deal, and everyone's going to be nervous. But I've got to say, he got through the first round really well, and I thought, he looks really well now. And it was just that 4th round, he lost concentration, and he got caught with that right hand. And after that, there was no coming back from it. He was hurt, and he wasn't listening. And you look back and maybe should have pulled him out, but. He would have pulled him out. I mean,
he couldn't have pulled him out.
He was one of them. You looked at him and you think, he's not listening, but he's still in the fight. But his timing. We knew his timing would be out, but it went worse as it went on. It should have got better. And it was getting worse. And
it was almost after that. It was just what he was doing successfully. He was just doing by sheer willpower. Yeah. He wasn't boxing his way in at all. He was just what he did. He was just by sheer will. He was landing punches, but then he was getting picked off.
He was getting picked off every time, and everything we worked on. And I said to him, you're telling your fighters to do this and do that, and you're not listening to me as a trainer. And but it's his mentality as a fighter. He's 34 years of age. He's gone through so much, and remember, so much to get the weight off. When it came to it, and he really had to dig a little bit deeper, he wasn't there. And when that body shot, that just took everything out of him, everything. And that was a fantastic body shot. It's ironic in a way when you look at it. He was the one that used to do the body shots to other people, and it happened to him. I mean, how could that happen? And it did, and you just wish Ricky would have done it to him. But it's a very unforgiving sport, boxing. It's very unforgiving, and it's been unforgiving for Ricky. And I loved him to just got through it, and he would have done. And we could have sat down, and I would have said to him, "Let's retire, Rick. Go out and win." But we can't.
Ultimately, with all the weight loss that he's lost in such a short space of time, was that just a bit too much? Could anyone do that and then come back and fight?
Well, like you say, he looked good in training, and that's it. But it's a real deal, and I think with the atmosphere and the heat and the emotion and getting caught with small gloves on, you could just see that the writing on the wall. And it's a sad day. It's a sad day for Ricky. But it's one thing. Ricky, everyone loves Ricky, and he's come back, and his lifestyle hopefully now will keep on track, keep his weight down, and hopefully he don't go back to his old ways. I don't think he will. I think he's learnt his lesson. I hope he has.
Were you pleased with his honesty afterwards, though, Bob, that he knows in his own mind and he's not going to force anything more?
Oh yeah, that's one thing about Ricky. His heart's on his sleeve, and you will get the truth out of Ricky straight away. And I said to him straight away, you did everything you could, Ricky, but it just wasn't there. Remember, I took a 34-year-old fighter on, not a 24-year-old fighter. He said to me in the dressing room, "I just wish I'd have had you when I was younger," and that hurts me deeply. But I know I could have done great.